Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. This is Business Administration class of Uganda Management Institution. Today we shall be discussing about the roles and responsibilities of user departments and procurement contract management objectives. Then we shall go to understanding procurement, then understanding user departments. After that, we shall go to understanding procurement and contract management circle. And finally, we shall go to the most important thing, which is the roles of user departments. Let's look at presentation objectives. Our first presentation objective is to make everyone understand the departments in procurement and contract management. These user departments can be in all over the world and in any office setting, doesn't matter. Then the second objective is to contribute to the existing body of knowledge. Some people do not know all the roles and responsibility of procurement departments. So in this presentation, you'll get to know more about procurement and contract management.
Okay, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
I'm taking you through understanding the procurement. Lease normally this is normally we plan and get it from Uganda Code, and any other contractual meaning. Then the other thing I want to talk about is the user department. Now, this is well explained in the PPDA Act 2003, Section 3. As in section, all department of the entity initiates and follows the procurement requirements. That's all I can talk about. Let me call upon Madam Deborah to proceed.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Deborah Chamwanya, and I'm presenting, it is the successive stages, which include, like these are stages which follow each other. You can't jump from the first stage to the next stage. And in this era, we talk about the procurement planning, where we plan on what to buy. We choose the procedures which we are going to be going to procure something, measures to solicit how those offers will help and which one we shall go with. Then we go with, next step is evaluation of those offers. Like the procurement team sits down to evaluate which offer, then award of contracts. We award a contract to the person who has been the best bidder of the organization which has been the best bidder. And then finally, manage the contract, which is called contract management. It's the last step. Then, contract being an agreement between a procuring and disposing entity and provider, resulting from the application of the appropriate and approved procurement procedures, committee or any other appropriate authority. Procurement and contract management cycle is also referred to as a transition of events that make up procurement processes from initiation to review. So the process has to come out from initiation, where we see coming out with the idea of procuring something. We do Form 5s where we initiate and then follow the procedures up to the end. Thank you.
Sendeger Henry, also a member of the group. Procurement initiates from the user department. So the user department has to work hand in hand with the PDU in making sure that the whole process is done properly. The user department initiates the procurement and disposal requirements and forwards them to the PDU for appropriate action. The user department, being knowledgeable of what it wants, it proposes the technical specifications that should be done or that should be complied with by the service provider once got. The user department also has a responsibility of reporting or departure from the terms and conditions that were set during the specification when they are placing the specifications. Still, the user department has a responsibility of initiating the plan of the requirements to the PDU for appropriate action. Once the procurements are done, records are made, and the user department that maintains the records of the contracts. Preparation of the appropriate reports in respect to the contract is also done by the user department, which has to submit the same to the PDU and to the accounting officers. Work plan preparation is also done by the user department, basing on the approved budget of the entity. In line with that, still, having prepared the work plan, the user department initiates the process of procuring and the disposal of the required items. Still recommending the statements for the requirements to be to the PDU, and also undertaking the conformity assessment, in that once the procurement has been done, supplies has been delivered, so confirming to the specifications is done by the user department. Thank you.
Thank you, colleagues, and my name is Blair Emmanuel Nitegeka. Just to add on what colleagues are saying, the user department is responsible for issuing change orders in accordance with the terms and conditions of the procurement and the contract management. It also certifies the invoices for payments in case service providers have supplied the products or have done some works, and at the time of payment they are required to be paid. The user department does the job of issuing invoices and also the receipts, and also confirms the formation and establishment of the requirements. As my colleague has said, it is in position to set up performance indicators in order to be able to know the measures at which the performance will be evaluated, and also identify the sources of funding necessary to fund the projects or to buy the organizations. We all know that procurement must be done within the legal frameworks, and so the department responsible for the items to be procured has to make sure that all that interventions they want to make must be aligned with the national objective. In addition, you know also that the procurement and the contract management is obliged to meet the international objectives, international conventions, for example, the Sustainable Development Goals, and one of them is to ensure social justice. So for this matter, the department is responsible for making sure that the corporate social responsibility in the community where the project is going to be carried out are met, and at the same time, that ensures sustainable procurement. It participates in the information search during market intelligence. It participates in supervision and technical evaluation and monitoring of the projects. And in addition, the user department has bids are assessed so that the best evaluated bidder is the one who wins the contract. And the department is also responsible to guide and approve the stages at which evaluation of ensuring that the process is going on well, and can recommend in case the procurement, rather in case the contract is not being managed properly, the department has a prerogative to ensure that they recommend either for termination or they can recommend for changes where need is required.